Well, this is the second time you've had detention, so we need to chat. What is going on, students? It's Devlin Cassidy, aka The Scholar, and today we are doing a very special deck profile, one that's been requested a few times. If everyone wants to see my Chatnior build, everybody wants to see your Chatnior build, and I really don't like Chatnior, but I'm going to give you guys my build of what I think would be kind of the most fun way to play this deck. This deck is definitely for fun. Please do not do this. But I'm going to be going over the Chatnior combo and everything. And this deck is cool and neat to play. But before we get into it, if you guys would like to support me, please go shop with Kingslayer cards. Use the promo code SCHOLAR. Save 5%. Get all of your pre-orders and sealed product. So that way you're locked in, ready to go, and ready to play. You support one of the best stores in the community. And you support me. So thank you guys very much. But enough of that. Let's get on into it. So we play the V-Starter because V-Starters are broken. There's no reason you guys should not be playing one of these. And we got 4 copies of V Chatnior. So this card says on Vanguard or Vanguard, when it attacks, you counterblast 1, you draw a card, and then discard the top card of your deck. If it is a normal unit, you can choose 2 of your rear guards to get plus 5k, and at the end of those turns, retire those units. And then for a trigger unit, you can choose 1 of your rear guards until the end of the turn. It can attack from the back row, and it gets 5k, and then you pop that card at the end of turn. So, very cool card here. Very, very good. And it gives you an Oxel marker, which is the bigger thing. Can have you have some funny write-up turns, but as we can see, this card is a little bit fragile, so we need some help around it. But thankfully, the old G support from the G era for honorary professors helps out here. And I'm going to lay these both out at the same time. This is honorary Professor Chevrolet, and this is honorary Professor Chat Sauvage. This guy says you choose a grade 3 card with honorary professor in this card name and discard it. When it's placed on Vanguard by writing from honorary Professor Chatnior, you can pay the cost. If you do, you choose 1 face down Omniscience Dragon Cathpalug or Immortality for Professor Brahmada, and you can stride it from your G zone, which is very important for a combo play that we do with this deck. And then Chevrolet says, as long as it helps for the name for Chat Sauvage, but this card says that you can actually search for Chat Sauvage and your Chatnior, so where you can ride correctly. But when a G unit with Honorary Professor and its original card name strides over this, you can actually swap heart cards. You can pay a CB, you can go and grab this and put it as the heart card if you had to misride into it and you were going second. So very solid support there. And then since we need a little bit of a finisher, we of course are going to play 2 copies of Talented Rhinos. Hands down, good card, hits the zeros, does what you need it to do. So that's why we love playing it. Then I'm playing 4 copies of Compass Line because we hate being rushed, so we want to play the free 13k body, help ward off a little bit of stuff. We're playing Mike in the deck, so this card synergizes with Mike very well, so we love playing this card and glad that it is around for us. Then we are playing the Great Nature staple itself, playing this little good boy and Crayon Tiger. Again, the restander, the classic, Great Nature play, so you definitely want to be on him. Definitely 4 copies, no reason to not be on him. Then 3 copies of Trickle British. This is a card just solely in here to recycle your honorary professor card names from drop, so that way you can do the combo if you are set up for it. And so this card just helps you do that when it's selected by a skill with the honorary professor card name. Then we are playing 4 copies of Mini Belly. This card is here to essentially check the top 5, have you search everything out, and it's just going to be really perfect. Just help you find your correct cards that you need to set up for the honorary professor combo. Same reason here, we are on 4 copies of Mekai Sabaru. Mekai Sabaru here is a very strong card. It helps you search your grade 3s out from your deck and just continues on to rattle down the chain. So this helps you, again, just find and pinpoint search your combo pieces, and has been really good ever since its printing. And then because we need resources, we are playing 3 copies of Label Pangolin. This is going to get us Soul, and this is going to get us countercharging, which we desperately need because this combo is very CB heavy, but it is what it is. And then of course Elementaria, because we can still draw into it, so might as well play it. Then I'm playing 4 Stride Crit and 4 Into Soul Crit because these cards are important. You really want to play these just because crits win games and you want to maximize where you can. That I'm playing 3 Draw PG. Again, Cable Sheet, most beautiful Draw PG in the SSR ever to be played in this card game. So you just want that. These are defensive and more PG so you can live. And then 4 Heal Guardians so you don't get rushed out of the gate and then the over trigger just here, pretty no-brainer. I know I went pretty fast through the main deck, but this card is just surrounded with a bunch of just very staple Great Nature cards, and so this is where I have to kind of talk about the combo, is in the G zone. I'm playing 2 copies of Immortality Professor Bromada and 1 copy of the Chatnior Stride. So here's how these cards essentially work in tandem with one another. So Bromada says you can counterblast 1, and on attack you can persona flip 1, and then you get to choose the same number of cards from your hand from the face-up number of cards in your G zone. You call them separate rear guards. To the end of turn, they say when it attacks, this unit gets plus 4k at the end of turn. You draw a card and retire those units. And then what Cathpalug said, or the Melior Chatnoir says, is that you can choose 3 cards from your hand, discard them at GB2, and you counterblast 1. And at the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have a heart card with Honorary Professor in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, you choose one of your you put this in your G zone face up. You choose up to 1 grade 3 card with Honorary Professor from your card name in your hand. You ride it as stand. If you rode all your rear guards, you get plus 4k until the end of turn. So here's how this combo works. You will be set up by having this on the Vanguard and this in your hand, and then 3 blanks. It really doesn't matter. So at GB2, you're going to be striding, you're going to be chilling, mind your business. You got a whole board full of cards. You're going to swing this. You're going to CB1, discard 3 after your triple drives, and you are going to put this here as stand. Oh, and this is 2, where the other thing too is actually it could even be better. This is a 2-card combo if it's this, because you've set that up on your hand. So in a perfect world, you have these 3 cards in your hand. You're going to reset your stride, and you're going to come here and you're going to ride this. Well, the minute you ride this, you can discard an Honorary Professor, which is a Chevrolet, and you'll be able to restride into the Bromada. And then the Bromada on swing will let you call 3 cards. Since you're at GB2, you probably like G-guarded once. So then you'll call 3 cards after you do your little combo extensions around in the rear guards. Get your last attack extension in here. But as you saw, that's 3 CB plus like all of your extender plays are also more counterblast. So I told you guys this deck is very counterblast heavy, but that is the main combo here that you try to finish with. And it's very cool that Great Nature in a really jank way can have its own Dark Lord Princess, which I think is really cool. But on to the rest of the basics. We're playing 2 copies of Calidrius. Again, this is a very solid first stride. It's bigger than Balaral, so there's no reason really not to play this because this guy is so good. I love the fact that this parrot is in Great Nature, and I really don't want to ever have it leave because it's so good. I'm playing 1 copy of Managarmr. Just flip target for the Calidrius. Can't really go wrong. Playing 1 copy of Balaral. We love Balaral. You know, just the big boy. Been carrying Great Nature forever, so he's just a good card again. I'm playing a Fernigus and an Afonk, our SGR strides. These cards are just here, A, to protect our board, and B, to gain advantage if we're in those kind of control matchups. And then Sipticom is our final stride for this G-Zone. You can do the OT stack and reverse stuff. There's just multiple different lines of play you can do with this guy, so I'm glad to have him. Then we're playing 2 copies of Ardillo, just the free G-Guard you really can't beat for 25. And then we have our bigger G-Guards in Zankalpa and Shabet Avil. Shabet Avil can be a PG if you mill a trigger unit, which is cool, but we don't really have any real way to stack in this deck, so it rarely ever comes up. 1 All Mirage to protect our board because this card's just actually really just stupid good. And then 1 copy of Kundalini because we love countercharging for our big resourceful, big finishing combo. And then for this deck, you do want to go XL2. You have too many combo pieces that you're trying to find, and you don't have enough main deck draw power. And with us being without Spangled, this deck even becomes worse. But this deck is still very fun and very fun to play with friends in a very casual premium setting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that is going to do it for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure to go shop with Kingslayer cards. Use a promo code SCHOLAR. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one later.